Chapter 16. Always here. Lucifer. I was still trying to process the overwhelming amount of information from Zhao Kongqing, standing there stunned for a long while. So, you're saying, after that mist appeared, gods from mythology just started showing up out of nowhere? I asked. Exactly. The higher-ups have been investigating the cause behind this and have come up with two possible explanations. Zhao Kongqing held up two fingers. First, these gods might not have existed before. The appearance of the mist triggered some mysterious change, materializing them from mythology. Second, mythology wasn't just ancient people's fantasies. It was real. These gods might have been lurking somewhere on Earth, and the sudden appearance of the mist awakened them. I nodded. So, what did you mean when you said not all gods exist? The number of gods currently on Earth is quite small. Not all mythological beings have shown up. What we're seeing now is just a tiny fraction of a massive mythological system. We don't know why it's only these gods. There's no pattern to their appearance. It doesn't seem to be related to their strength, story popularity, morality, or national boundaries. It's completely random. It's not just from the Bible, Zhao Kongqing continued, but also Greek, Norse, and Cthulhu mythologies. Every known mythological system is represented among the gods. So, what about our gods from the Great Xia? I asked, curious. Like the Monkey King, the Third Prince, the Four Heavenly Kings, the Jade Emperor. Where are they? If they're around, they should be able to take on the Western gods, right? Zhao Kongqing hesitated for a moment before shaking his head. We've thought about that too. For 100 years, we've searched everywhere in the Great Xia, trying to find them. But in all that time, we haven't found even a trace of them, not even a land deity. Some say it's because the mist hasn't engulfed Great Xia yet, so its gods haven't appeared. Others say, what do they say? I couldn't help but ask. Some say, they've always been here. Always been here? Think about it. Why has the mist covered the entire Earth, but only Great Xia remains untouched? The mist has surrounded Great Xia, but hasn't breached its borders. My jaw dropped. Are you saying, it's just a guess, or perhaps a hopeful fantasy? Zhao Kongqing said, shaking his head. Regardless, we haven't found any trace of Great Xia's gods. All right. The sheer volume of information I was getting was already enough to shatter my worldview. If I hadn't seen the seraphim with my own eyes, I might have called a mental hospital and had Zhao Kongqing committed. This is crazier than anything I've ever seen. So, what was that golden beam of light coming from me last night? I asked the next question. That's the Forbidden Ruins, Zhao Kongqing replied. The changes caused by the mist aren't limited to the appearance of gods. The mist seems to have a mysterious effect on our bodies as well. Although the mist hasn't entered the borders of Great Xia, it contains a kind of energy similar to radiation that can catalyze certain people's bodies. Children born after the mist's arrival have a chance to develop a unique power. Under certain environmental influences, this power can be activated, forming a special force that affects the real world, similar to a domain. These powers vary from person to person. Such extraordinary domains that can influence their surroundings are called Forbidden Ruins. I mulled this over. In simple terms, Forbidden Ruins are superpowers that some lucky individuals possess. So, it seems that my ability to sense everything within a 20-meter radius, coupled with strong dynamic vision and the power to invoke Seraphim's might, is also a form of Forbidden Ruins. Can these Forbidden Ruins grow? Yes, the abilities, range, and characteristics of Forbidden Ruins increase as the user's mental strength grows. Mental strength is a key factor in determining the strength of a Forbidden Ruins. We categorize Forbidden Ruins into 6 levels based on mental strength. The first level, Cup, is like a small amount of water, limited and stagnant. The second level, Pond, is more water, still and stagnant. The third level, River, is flowing and abundant. The fourth level, Sea, is vast and boundless. The fifth level, Boundless, is nearly infinite and grand. The sixth level, Klein, breaks through spatial dimensions, akin to a Klein bottle. So, what about me? What level am I at now? I asked. You? You're at the Cup level right now, just a novice who has barely started using Forbidden Ruins, Zhao Kongqing said, seemingly enjoying putting me down. You're just, well, a slightly tougher ordinary person. I was left speechless. It looks like the reason I could open the mental hospital door in my mind last night was because I just reached the Cup level. The same goes for opening Nix's ward door. Does this mean that with each new level I achieve, I could release another patient? What about you? With your skills, what level are you at? I asked Zhao Kongqing. Zhao Kongqing's face turned red, and he awkwardly looked out the window. I don't have forbidden ruins, so I don't have mental strength. You don't have forbidden ruins? I was shocked. Then how did you kill that monster? I was genuinely surprised. That kind of monster was tough enough for me, with my abnormal dynamic vision, to barely handle. Zhao Kongqing had completely dominated it. How could someone so powerful not have forbidden ruins? That thing was called a ghost face man, Zhao Kongqing corrected. I killed it with years of training and combat experience. Before joining the Night Watchers, I was a special forces soldier, skilled in close combat. Zhao Kongqing continued, there are 3 ways to obtain forbidden ruins. One is the natural talent for using forbidden ruins that a small number of lucky individuals are born with. The second way is by using objects that possess forbidden ruins. Not only humans, but certain objects can also acquire forbidden ruins by chance. These forbidden ruins are generally very special and rare. If humans can harness them, they can also use the power of forbidden ruins. I fall into this second category, but the forbidden object I have is not an offensive type. It's a standard auxiliary forbidden object for Night Watchers, called the Notice Board. Its sole function is to open the No-Gate Space. Chapter 17. My Home. No-Gate Space? A forbidden ruins that isolates its domain from the outside, preventing our battles with enemies from affecting ordinary people. Each Night Watcher in a city is equipped with 3 notice boards that can activate No-Gate Space, usually controlled by one person. Because we don't generally engage directly in combat, we are also known as Watchers. I raised an eyebrow. So, basically, you're just a lookout. That if you can't speak nicely, it's better to say less, Zhao Kongqing said, rolling his eyes. You mentioned there are 3 ways to obtain forbidden ruins. What's the last method? The last method is divine bestowal. Like your situation, Zhao Kongqing's expression grew serious. Some gods bestow part of their power to chosen humans, making them their representatives on Earth. This type of forbidden ruins is called divine ruins. However, with this power comes instructions from the god, some to destroy human society, others to protect it, or to help find something for the gods. Generally, there's only one representative for each god, embodying their will. Most of the divine representatives that have appeared so far are evil gods trying to destroy the new human order and return the world to chaos. They formed an organization called the Ancient Gods Church. There are also representatives of benevolent gods, but they're very few. As for neutral gods, we don't know their numbers. Zhao Kongqing stood up, walked over to me, and stared intently into my eyes. Lin Xia, what are Michael's instructions for you? Which side do you belong to? I looked at him, confused. I don't know. He didn't say anything. I was being honest. Michael had just glanced at me from the moon, and then I passed out. He didn't say a word. Zhao Kongqing frowned. He didn't say anything? Didn't you hear his voice in your mind? No, really, I didn't. Zhao Kongqing scrutinized me for a long time, as if trying to detect any signs of deceit, before finally looking away and sitting back down. According to our speculation, Michael should be from a neutral or benevolent camp, otherwise, we'd have already killed you. But, since he gave you the divine ruins, why wouldn't he say anything? What is he trying to do? I frowned slightly. I don't know what he wants, but even if he gave me instructions, I wouldn't follow them. I don't want to get mixed up in this mess. I'd rather just return these eyes to him. I stood up. If there's nothing else, I'll be leaving now. Before Zhao Kongqing could say anything, I turned to leave. Wait, you're leaving after asking questions? What about me? Zhao Kongqing stood up abruptly, blocking the door and staring at me. You? You can enjoy yourself here, I answered seriously. No, I mean, aren't you going to ask about me? What kind of person I am? Zhao Kongqing seemed really exhausted from talking to me. What you are doesn't concern me, I said, continuing to open the door. Zhao Kongqing grabbed the door handle. Aren't you curious about why I know so much? What kind of organization I'm part of? What we're doing? Don't you want to know? Not really. Why not? According to TV shows and novels, once I know about your existence, I have only 2 choices. I held up 2 fingers. Either join you or end up in situations where I can never reveal the secret, like being killed, imprisoned, or brainwashed. You watch too much TV. Zhao Kongqing was at a loss for words. Besides, you don't know us. How do you know joining us isn't a good choice? I raised an eyebrow. So, if I find out about you and choose not to join, I won't be in danger? Of course not. We're like soldiers. The most we do is have you sign a non-disclosure agreement. What you're talking about is nonsense. Well, I might as well hear it, I said, sitting back down. Zhao Kongqing sighed. Talking to me for a few minutes felt more tiring than a whole day of surveillance. In 1922, after our reconnaissance team discovered the first mythological creature, the Chaos Dragon Leviathan, the High Command of the Great Xia urgently established a military organization to deal with mythological invasions, called the 139 Special Bioresponse Unit. Back then, our technology was rudimentary, and we knew nothing about the world we were facing. So the Special Bioresponse Unit was basically a facade of little practical use. As time passed, we observed more and more mythological creatures, tried to establish contact with some, and discovered the secrets of Forbidden Ruins, beginning to train specialized combat personnel. As the number of Forbidden Ruins bearers increased, we found that due to the randomness of their appearance, we couldn't integrate everyone into the military. So the 139 Special Bioresponse Unit gradually transformed into a semi-military, semi-civilian organization. Now, we call this special organization the Night Watchers. I pondered this. So, your purpose is to protect the Great Xia from those evil gods? Actually, it's to protect against all mythological creatures. Is there a difference? Certainly. As I mentioned, the appearance of mythological creatures is random and not related to their strength. The creatures that appear aren't just the well-known powerful gods, but also weaker beings from rural legends or minor tales. The ghost-faced man you encountered last night, for instance, is a creature from rural horror stories. These beings don't possess apocalyptic-level power, but can still impact human society. We collectively refer to them as mysteries. I see. I nodded. No wonder the thing I encountered last night seemed familiar, was from a rural legend. So, we are soldiers who protect our homeland. Our existence is to prevent the people of Great Xia from suffering. Isn't that noble? Isn't it cool? Zhao Kongqing passionately argued. It is noble and cool. I truly respect you all, I said with a serious expression. I wasn't joking, there was genuine respect in my eyes. A smile gradually appeared on Zhao Kongqing's face. So you. I'm not joining. Zhao Kongqing's smile froze. Why? I can't leave, I said earnestly. I have a lot to take care of. What could be more important than protecting your country? I have an aunt and a cousin, I said, looking out the window with a calm expression. My aunt isn't old, but she's worked tirelessly at the factory for 10 years to support me and my cousin. Her health is failing now. She's very stubborn. Even when she's in pain, she insists on saying she's just doing yoga, taking care of herself. I see it all. She's been living so cautiously and is exhausted. My cousin is smart and dutiful, but he's still too young to support the family. I have a lot to do. I want to earn money to support my family, buy a big house for my aunt and cousin, and free them from the suffering of that factory. I want to put my cousin through college and ensure he and my aunt can live a good life. For 10 years, they haven't given up on me. Now that I'm finally better, how can I abandon them? You're noble and great. If circumstances allowed, I might join you. But right now, all I want is to stay by their side, to protect this home,